All right, what is going on, everyone? And welcome back to more Black Desert. So, we are going to be doing our weekly infinite potion quest. Today, we're going to be doing the Blood Wolves one because I figured, one, it's actually about to be nighttime and I can't do Shuriken at night. So, I figured if I wanted to make a video now, we're going to do that. So, all right, what are we going to do? Let's see how fast we can kill 4,000 of these. Maybe we'll get some pity pieces. We are currently at, yeah, we have 8 pity pieces right now. So it gives me an excuse to use these drop rate buff thingies anyway. So that's good. Don't think there's anything else. I really don't need a buff for this area. I'm a little bit over geared, but we're fine. Let's turn our pets on to agile and hope we get more than one pity piece this hour. But yeah, I'm not really super worried about how fast it takes or how long it takes me to get another infinite potion. I'll just get it over time. And probably by a weeklies, to be honest, because there's zero shot I'm going to go out of my way doing extra hours. But yeah, these are actually the spots I used when I got my first set of potions. So if you are looking to get your potion piece in the future, feel free to copy these rotations. I do have a separate video on all the spots in one, so if you're interested, feel free to check that out. And I went over like why I chose these spots, but mostly it's just they're less contested. But nowadays, I think these are all good spots, and you don't really need to worry about contested too much, especially with the Marnie Realm hour. I feel like I'm missing a buff, but I don't know what. I guess the only thing we really care about is how many pity pieces, or can we get the straight drop? That would be nice. I'm not sure if they changed it recently, but back in the day, the only thing that would drop the full piece was the Executioner. And I think a while ago they made it slightly easier, or not easier, but like more than one thing dropped the piece. So easier in a way. But this was actually one of my worst the worst places to grind for all the potions. I went full 100 pities. Well, like, this spot isn't bad, it's just I was unlucky, is I guess what I should have said. Whereas other pieces, I at least got the ancient one after a while. Oh boy, a Cagdum ring. I think you can get Eye of the Ruins here. Afuaru. Double Afuarus. Let's go. Dang. Let me see. Monster info. Blood Wolves. Okay, so I would like to get the Ancient Piece, Spectre's Energies. my god, get off the screen. Jesus Christ. I don't want to see. Stop. Oh my god. Okay, screw it. The game says no. We're not allowed to look at the screen. Well, I don't know about you guys, but Spectre's energies are like dumb rare for me. I've literally only gotten one in my entire video career from a straight drop. Then there's another one that I've gotten. They gave through an event. And so I made 2 black stars. We enhanced it. You guys have seen the videos. Not new. But yeah, apparently people are getting Spectre's energies left and right these days, but apparently not me. I think if you're really just trying to min-max, you just kill executioners and just go for the ancient. But I think for the most part, even seasoned characters, your AP should be high enough to just AoE down everything. It would be nice if I just got an ancient one so I never have to come back here. Also, this place, it's kind of terrible for silver, and the only reason you're here is because you're like a lower level trying to level up, which there are a lot of better spots for that, or you're going for the pity pieces and or full piece. That's it. Ooh, quest done. Luckily, this spot doesn't feel as bad just because things die pretty much instantly and you actually feel like you're making progress. Whereas at, I guess, other spots, doesn't feel like that. Navern Step being one of the more tedious ones. Honestly, though, I think Tashira... Ooh, pity piece, nice. I think Tashira Ruins is actually pretty awful. Like, I think this place is a lot better. Also, I don't know about you guys, but when you grind in various spots, sometimes location does matter. Just because, for example, oh, debated. But, like, as I was saying, it does matter environmentally. Because sometimes I just don't want to grind in, like, depressing areas. It feels bad. I get 1 or 2, I think. 1. Like Tashira just feels awful because it's like rainy and foggy all the time. It's depressing. Whereas this place is like sunny, it's fine. And even though realistically they're probably both just as bad in terms of silver and XP, I think I'd rather grind here just because the environment is less bad. Well, I kind of wonder how much those crystals are worth these days. The Agdanac, so in case you don't know what you do with them, you turn them into, or you, with a certain black magic crystal, you turn them into another crystal. And last time I checked, they were like 30 mil, but that was also like a year ago. I have no idea. However, we are getting Garmoth scales, which is really nice. I think that's one of the requirements for after you get all three of them, you have to do an extra few quests, and it's not really quests, it's you collect materials, and I think Garmoth scales are the ones you need for health. If I don't have to buy them, that's always nice. My loot thingy is probably so far behind, to be honest. I'm killing pretty quickly. I assume, though, if I got the actual full drop, I would just shear on the spot. I just got another Cagdum ring. Oh, that's a pry ring. Dang, this is like the first time I've ever gotten a non-base ring off a drop, and it's a Cagdum run. That's depressing. I'm kind of upset. I'd rather have gotten nothing. Oh yeah, guys, if you are grinding, a big tip is to start saving these green boxes because level 50 fairies are coming soon. I think next week. And so you're going to need those to power up your fairy. And so like the growth level, use green items or the honey wines to just level them up. I'm gonna be honest, I wish that pop-up didn't appear like every 10 minutes. I like the Termian Park it's free money for everyone, but no one cares about that notification. We're over clearing. Up. Like every time I start recording, that seems to be the time when people want to send me messages and stuff on Discord. I know I should just wait till I'm done, but I don't know. Usually, like, my friends are like pretty understanding, like if you're busy, and they'll get back to you or understand that. But oh, another pity piece. Let's go. I think my highest in 1 hour was like 7 pity pieces when I was going for my first pot. But that was also when if I was running a tent buff, more stuff was going on. The scariest part about this spot is you will profit if you use the 50 mil loot buff. But the thing is, you're not really making much else. So, like, at the end of the day, use the thing, get like 10 mil total in an hour. That's not good. I will say though, with the whole pity system and the guaranteed quests for the potions, it did make it so much easier for people who are going for your second piece, or I guess your first one in general. However, if they ever decide they want to put or allow people to put their potions in the family inventory, I would not be here right now. Also, what's with the prices being dumb inflated a lot lately? I know it's always been going up, but why are everything going up? I guess it's because the Termian Park, well, I guess it's been going on before that, but I don't know. It's just everything is dumb inflated. Feels bad, actually. The only people that actually win are accessory enhancers. You guys remember back in the day when Elvia first came out, and or actually the only time you could get massive pure magics was through the node and Star's End and all that stuff. People were valuing the massive pure magics at like what, 10 mil each. That was just a funny joke. And nowadays, with the multiple nodes that people can get and everything else, massive pure magics is like actually worthless. The only people that unironically need them are people like Biohack, who enhances black stars very regularly, but to the rest of us, like 99.9%, zero shot. Even I have quite a few of them. Let's see, just in Velia, I have 1,800 of them, and I'm just one pen black star away from that being done. And after that, you really don't need them. Also, for the record, no one, and I mean no one, should ever make black star armors. It's not good, because I think black star armors are a dead end upgrade. They might help you for a very small window, and then what happens? You're gonna upgrade to like a Labresca or Fallen God armor, and then suddenly it's kind of hard to sell the thing. So, plus trying to get it to pen is RNG, whereas you could literally just go and collect Capra stones or buy them, and just zero RNG. Well, I guess you don't even have to do that with Labrescas and Fallen Gods just sitting on the market these days. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is black star armors are kind of trash. Not even like that much more useful. Never get them. Well, we got 3 pity pieces this hour, which is pretty sweet, and we're like halfway done. I think we're like, you see how my loot log is just going off? We're literally like one rotation behind in terms of how fast it's going off, because I killed the thing. I got that 3rd Blood Wolf piece 2 rotations ago. Every time I do see it in the chat window, I get kind of baited. I'm like, oh, did I get a 4th one? No, I didn't. I just really delayed. Oh, sorry. If it's dark, I'll turn on the light. Sometimes I watch my videos back, and I'm just like, wow, it's so dark. Oh, we got another bait. You know, while we do that, let me just see. I think you make these things a dark red fang. Okay, so yeah, you make these things and 1 Cagdana plus the black magic crystal, whatever. They're like 60 mil each. So after taxes, probably like 55. And the crystals itself are what, less than 2 mil, so each one I would say about 50 mil. Pays for your tent buff if you're using one. That's kind of good actually. Thought I got a third one, but it's just laid loot. Good news is I've made like 100 mil in half an hour. Bad news is that's not really a lot. I've always just tried to have like the positive mentality in this game because I know people, myself included, I used to be that kind of person where I would go to like min-max everything. And I would actually be concerned about like, oh, how much trash loot am I making an hour? Am I not making like billion silver an hour? And that would just stress me out after a while. And nowadays I just kind of see it as, oh, I've made some money. And yeah, I get efficiency and how like people don't want to waste their time and they want to get like the maximum they can if you can only play like an hour or two. So I get that, but I don't know, once the game starts feeling like a job and starts getting stressful, it's like, it's not that I hate the game, but it's more just I still want to enjoy the game as well. I play it for fun at the end of the day. And so I'm just gonna grind spots that I think are fun, even if they're less money. Yeah, sure, I enjoy PvP and min-maxing there, but when it comes to just trash loot and grinding, I don't concern myself as much. Because if I wanted to min-max, I would have rerolled Striker or tagged a Striker so long ago and just literally top 1%. With my gear, I could probably grind every spot, or most of the spots anyway, and do it more efficiently on a Striker than I could on a DK. But again, whole fun factor. But unironically, I thought about tagging Striker just to play it though. It seems pretty fun. But realistically, if I think I'm gonna tag a character, it might be Sage or Sork. I know Sage not really in the best spot, but it looks fun to play. And Sork as well. I really did also enjoy Mystic as well. When it first came out, it was kind of busted. And so the reason why I wanted to play Mystic a while ago is obviously I've been a DK main, pretty much since from the beginning. And Mystics would just like Omega clap Dark Knights, and they still do to this day. And it's all because Strikers and Mystics literally take less magic damage. And so, like, for example, in Arena of Solaire, if you're fighting a Striker or Mystic as a DK, assuming both players are equally skilled, you will never win. That's just how bad the balance is. However, on the other side, they do like infinite damage to you and take 0 damage. That's why, I guess I've talked about this a while ago. I'm like, I just want to play a class that's kind of tanky and doesn't get deleted instantly. So I've heard Guardian was very good for that. Striker. Ooh, another pity. Yeah, like Guardian, Striker, Suck, Dracania, Sork if you know how to play. Warrior has a very strong block, actually. I struggle to fight against warriors because their block is very strong. Four pity pieces this hour. Can't believe we got 4 rings. One of them is a pry. I understand that the drop rates at Bloodwolf rings are, you know, higher than Distos, for example. Man. How many Garmoth skills do we get? 7 this hour? I thought I got another Bloodwolf piece, but delayed loot log. I think in total for grinding Bloodwolves, before the pity system came out, after the pity system came out to collect full 100, and now, I would say about 300 hours. And no ancient. But ultimately, it's like, it's not a big deal anymore. I'm done. I'm just here for the weeklies. How much is the trash loot worth here? 7K. I think at the end of this hour, I'll probably have made like 200 mil, but that 200 mil is literally half of it was these Cagdanucks. And that involves self-crafting the thing and selling it as well. Trust me when I say the trash loot here is kind of bad. Even after the buff, it's still not great. Woo! Piece number 5. Let's go. I think that's 5. We're almost, we just need another 83 and we're at 3,000 points. I do wish they would come out with a new thing that people can use skill points for. Because if you're maxed out, it doesn't matter what class you are, there's a chance if you're hard maxed, you'll end up with an extra like 200 plus points. And I know some characters, if you're playing Succession, have like an extra 700 points, and if you're Awakening, you probably have a little bit less. But yeah, like even on my Succession, I'm like hard maxed in all the skills right now, and in Succession I have about like almost 500 leftover points. And Awakening, I guess what you see here, how many extra points I have. In case you are like a super fast class, what you could do to clear extras is go around this loop right here. But realistically, even the best classes, I don't think you need to go full rotation over here. If you're going for only ancient pieces for the executioners, I think this might be a good route. But if you're just going for pity pieces as well, like these are already respawned. You know, with the tier, well, I guess they're not actually tier 5. You just level them from 40 to 50 if you have a Radiant. But, you know, one thing they should add is priority loot. So, like, let's say you're grinding and insert enemy drops whatever accessory, right? Your pet should priority loot that accessory over literally anything else. Or especially if you're grinding for rare items like potion pieces or compass, map, rich merchant ring. Yeah. They should always go for the extremely rare item first. Or just go rarity. If I miss like what, 2 blackstones because I got a compass piece in the meantime, I wouldn't be upset. God, who put these rocks there? They've been doing a really good job in the recent patches that have been removing various obstacles in the environment, like rocks in the ground that are just like getting people stuck. And like, while it might be a small change for like 99% of us, it's really nice that they're actually working on the environment and making things more like, smooth, I guess you can say. So when you do inevitably get to those grind spots, or you're currently grinding it, it's not too bad. And I think the one thing they've been working on a lot was various LVS spots and works in particular. A lot of changes have been done where like this rock has been removed that has gotten people stuck. I'm like, yeah, that's great. When they show it into patch notes and some of the parts on the map, it's just like, we moved this rock and I don't even know where it is. I'm just like, oh, okay, that's cool. Well, I guess I'll never know. Oh, I'm actually really close. I actually could. I have enough Capra stones in my Velia storage to get Capra's 10 in another armor piece, and I'm not sure which one to put it in. It doesn't matter in terms of the stats because 9 to up to Capra's 12 doesn't actually give you any like, relevant stuff. But usually my decision for what piece to Capra's next comes from, are they gonna make a fallen god for the gloves next or shoes? But ultimately at the end of the day I should be getting my boss gear to Capra's 20. That's just kind of a grind actually. I probably could have had it if I decided I didn't want to be stupid and enhance like 200 billion on trying to get a black star and still not getting it. I learned my lesson, boys. We're still gonna enhance, but I learned my lesson on big things like that. But there's still like things I have to enhance myself, like a fallen god in Labresca, because like I already have it more or less, and I'm not opposed to trying to make it myself. But when it comes to things with like 4% chances, yeah, about that. However, one thing everyone does have to make themselves is a tier 10 horse. And I do want to have the tier 10 unicorn one day, because I think that's cool. Being able to run on water, just, oh my god. So that sounds really cool. I heard it actually wasn't as good as it seemed. I should go into Global Labs one day and test it, because I want to see if I could run on that from like Velia to Ilia Island or something. Home stretch, boys. Almost done. Watch me be at like 3,900 and it's like, here, you're gonna get the ancient drop. I would actually be pretty happy. I don't actually make that much silver here. I'd rather be somewhere else, like Shuriken right now, but it's nighttime and all the monsters are despawned. All right, boys, home stretch, last 75. Five more. We are done. All right, with that said, boys, we are done. That took 45 minutes. Not the worst. But go turn these in. Let's see how long my loot thingy goes on for. I think we're about, like, I would say probably 30 seconds to a minute delayed in loot. It's a funny looking hat. All right, let's go dump these off. We got 10 of them total. That's cool. Those off. That. Get rid of those. Oh. Oh, rip. All on cooldown. All right, well, I think that's it for me today, boys. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys again tomorrow.